husband realized his wife recorded everything.
Overweight little fucking pig. What other husband would take care of their wife? Nobody.
He went out to clean out my poop with the Clorox wipes. What? He came back in and he shoved it in my mouth. He said I should make me swallow this with the Clorox wipes. He came back in and he shoved it in my mouth. He said I should make you swallow this with the dirty zoo animal.
Video better. You
and
can
so
watch
when
it on
we
your own
brought
time
her
within
in,
2 hours.
Dr. Hanan came in. He's like, why do you have all these bruises? He was trying to blame me. I will make you swallow every pill of morphine that you have in that bottle and you will be out of this world within 1 hour. Do you hear me?
Oh, he's insane.
And I've been by her side the whole time, which will never change.
A beloved doctor with a rare form of cancer reveals that she's been fighting a second secret battle behind closed doors. It's a story written on her face in bruises and preserved in a recording her husband knows nothing about. The question is, did her escape come too late?
I was able to make it to the front door with my walker, and I was able to get out to them. And I said, I need help, I need out, I need out.
The following report is based on official police records, and the footage has
never been taking care of his wife, but he was a horrible caretaker.
A hospital administrator in Grand Forks, North Dakota, calls the police when a cancer patient reports being subjected to physical mistreatment at the hands of her husband.
We would like an officer to come here to help issue a no trespass, and this particular individual, we're expecting him in like the next 10 minutes to be on site, and he does have a history of violence, so could we get somebody over here kind of right away?
And is he an employee or somebody coming in to visit a patient?
No, but the spouse is an inpatient, so he's not allowed to see her due to the nature of some of the things she's disclosed.
An officer with the Grand Forks Police Department is dispatched to Altru Hospital, where after getting a brief rundown from employees, she leaves a message for 40-year-old Josh Temple, the man they want trespassed.
I'm talking with hospital staff here. For whatever reason, it doesn't sound like they would like you here. This phone call is to let you know you are not allowed to come to Altru for any reason unless you have emergency medical attention that is needed. Other than that, I do understand that your wife is in here obtaining treatment, but you are not allowed on the property. I'll go up to 411 and interview her. Do you want to just hang out just to see if he does end up showing up, or just make sure he doesn't? Typically, if they're going to be violent with the spouse, they won't typically be with us. Okay. But I mean, I guess really that doesn't mean anything, but typically, you know, they do stuff like that in private, right?
I was just gonna say, yeah, it's more of a
behind closed doors type thing.
Yeah.
The officer arrives at the room where Josh's wife, Dr. Whitney Temple, is receiving treatment for complications arising from chemotherapy.
She does have a cancer diagnosis of some sort, okay. And what is she here for currently?
It depends on how you spin it, right?
Okay.
She had diarrhea. She was being abused. I mean, she knew she would potentially die because she has low platelets. So she used her diarrhea as her excuse and weakness to get here.
Okay.
To try to go.
The whole time she was just getting abused by by good old Josh. Weird nigga.
And maybe it's not what we're thinking, right? Maybe it's more verbal abuse, which is something that
you'll know when he's here.
Okay.
The officer learns that Whitney came to the...
See how the officer tried to spin it? No, he ain't really physically abused. We're talking about some verbal abuse.
Hospital by ambulance 2 days earlier. But before she can get more information, she gets a phone call back from Josh, who believes this stems from a conflict between himself and medical staff.
I was there last night taking care of her, and I think they're mad because I had her get out of her bed and stand up for a little while as well, and they missed that she was fluid overloaded, and so they weren't following proper, because I know a lot about medicine too, and my wife's a physician.
Okay.
And I study it. I love medicine, absolutely love it. I was in the Army for 8 years, and I was a combat lifesaver and fell in love with medicine. I probably should have just went that route and still think about it, of doing physician.
Nah, but you still a weird dude, Josh.
So
okay.
I know a lot about it, and saved a lot of lives in Iraq too.
Having established his credentials, Josh, a home builder by profession, says that before he realized she was fluid overloaded, he had her stand for about 10 minutes to build up her strength.
I don't know what that means.
And she ended up falling again. She's been falling a lot. And that, I didn't think she was going to, is because she was fluid overloaded. She had her walker in front of her and the bed to the side.
Okay.
And so I think that they got mad about that as well, or at least the nurse was. I know that they don't want to be questioned questioned and harped on or whatever, and I get it. And I know my wife looks like a hot mess right now with all of her bruising and
he just keeps making shit worse. Like, yo, Josh, shut the
her,
fuck up.
you know, bad medical situation.
Keep your mouth closed. Come on, she looks like a hot mess with all the
It's
bruises.
just, you know, another day for us. Like,
Huh.
and I promise you, I'm not just being some hostile, mean guy. You know, I'm not like that. Very loving, just very protective.
So,
yes, my wife has been falling a lot. She's fallen at work a couple of times too.
Yeah, he just cutting her off a whole
is
lot.
that where her
There's
bruising
a whole lot of
comes
talking
from,
from
Josh?
He talking too much.
Is that where her bruising comes from?
Yes. So she has low platelets and she's been falling. Anytime you touch her or grab her or squeeze her or she falls down, whatever, when you have 30,000 platelets in your body when you're supposed to have 150 to 250,000, you're going to bruise. She's going to look like a mess. She's going to look like her knees are all banged up, you know, from falling. I understand that. I promise she's not a danger to herself or that I'm not taking care of her or just letting her fall.
Nonetheless, the officer informs him that for the time being, her orders stand and he is not allowed back on the property until further notice. Next, the officer must speak with Whitney, who has a much different story to tell.
Hello, my name's Abby. I'm with the police department. Do you mind if we chat?
Absolutely.
Okay, and you're Whitney, right? And these are mom and dad?
Mom and dad. And they know everything.
And you came in a couple of days ago, I think they said the 3rd?
Yep, and I had to come by ambulance because he refused to take me to the hospital.
Okay.
So I ended up calling the ambulance in the middle of the night.
Whitney will share much more about the horrifying lead up to this hospital stay, but she assures the officer that the trouble in her marriage didn't start this week, as much as Josh may claim otherwise.
It's been ongoing,
If they're trying to make it look like I'm letting her fall or being mean to her or whatever, we've been married for since 2020.
5 years.
I've never been mean to her.
So when we moved into our townhouse in June of 2020, he said I said something lippy, and he punched me in the chest, and I fell on my butt, and I was like, why did you do that? And he's like, you just slipped. Like, I didn't hit you that hard. If I hit you, you would have broken something.
Because the low platelets. That's what he's trying to insinuate. Here they go.
According to Whitney, that was only the beginning.
We were in the car, and I said something lippy, too lippy and mouthy, and he hit me in the side of the face. I was wearing my sunglasses, and it broke the sunglasses on my face, and I had like marks. And when I told him like you broke my sunglasses, and he goes, I was just trying to grab them off your face. You listen to me.
Whitney says that these episodes didn't end when she was diagnosed with cancer in 2022. If anything, they may have gotten worse.
I have a significant...
Probably seems like he wants to take advantage of the lady because she got cancer. Weird.
Wound on my backside. Weird. Medically, he was kind of the cause of because he wouldn't bring me to the hospital.
Okay.
And so he was doing my wound care for it. He said he's the only one who could do it, and I would die if he didn't do it, so nobody else can take care of me. And I was getting really, really woozy, and he like smacked me on the butt on the non-injured side. He's like, wake up! If you fall on this floor, you're gonna get septic again. We can't get you up. And another time during a dressing change, I was being lippy, and he hit me on the back of the head. And it made my head hit the side of the tile in the shower.
Whitney endured Josh's episodic outbursts in isolation until a particularly bad incident in April 2023. Afterwards, she reached out to her sister and broke her silence. Josh took my phone away from me last night, but not before I hit record. Then, referring to Josh's daughter from a previous relationship, she said,
Whoa. Josh took my phone away from me last night, but not before I hit record. He initially got mad at me because I asked for a wet paper towel to clean bones, slobber off my blanket from a dog. What's the email? I need to share my Google Drive with you just in case. Josh took my phone away. Read that part. I'm going to share a recording that is really bad. I need the evidence of his abuse, and if he takes my phone again, I'm scared I'll lose it. You cannot tell anyone yet, especially mom and dad, about the recording, what's on it, or acting anyway. It's extremely dangerous for me, and if he finds out I recorded him or told anyone about his abuse, he will hurt me again. He has hit me three times previously. One time he hit me in the chest and I fell on the floor. He said I was talking back. One time during the dressing change, he slapped my left buttock so hard I hit my head against the wall. What the hell you doing? Wind that motherfucker up.
Initially got mad at me because I asked him for a wet paper towel to
Got
clean
your
bone
butt smacked
slobber
and you
off
went
my
flying?
blanket from dog.
Damn.
And with that, Whitney shared 2 audio recordings that
That's
the police
unfortunate.
report, in a moment of understatement, describes as disturbing.
You always find a way to f it up, and this is why I don't want to be with you forever. All you do is you're just a goddamn. I mean, you're just nothing but a burden.
Well, Josh, you already cooked. It's quick. It's a quick already cooked.
You're horrible, and you have cancer, and if you're not dying, you're complaining, you're pissing me off. Always something with you. When are things ever just going to be good? The truth is never, right? Huh? Right? You freak out over a little dog eating their bone next to you.
I didn't freak out.
It took nothing but 30 seconds to realize he's just a weirder nigga than I said. He's a terrible person. Let's put that out there. Terrible person.
Oh, I need this blanket washed. Oh, I need that washed. Oh, I need this done.
I just asked for a wet paper towel.
I mean, twin, her head she got
Let's see how
terrible
well that
diagnosis.
goes.
Not
You
like
ready
they
to
got
go on
all
wound
the
care tonight?
strength in the
I
world to go
can't
up
see
and do
I'm
something
just
anytime
sick
they
of you, and
want.
I just don't know how we're going to be able to keep
Stupid.
pushing forward.
Dumb.
I just do
Dumb.
not enjoy my time with you.
The opening moments of the recording are enough to expose the tension in the home,
Quick.
but it's only a hint
Like
of
30
the
seconds,
horrors to
quick.
come. The altercation came a year after Whitney began experiencing mysterious pains in the spring of 2022.
He told me that I was having pain because I'm obese and I don't work out, and I just need to work out more and lose weight.
Josh's view of the situation turned out to be incomplete at best.
And he wouldn't let me go to the doctor, and I eventually, because I was in so much pain, I texted my doctor, his work clothes, and I said, I really need to get in with you. I've been having this severe pain, and now I'm having neurologic symptoms. And she got me in like the next day, and got me an MRI.
Okay.
To do it behind his back.
Whitney was finally diagnosed with Ewing sarcoma in August 2022, missing a crucial early window for treatment.
Wait, what? I think that means 2022. Right? Gotta be.
Soon, chemotherapy had to be temporarily suspended because Whitney suffered a sepsis infection and developed necrotizing cellulitis on her backside, requiring months of recovery. Josh became Whitney's caregiver, and by the time of her secret recording in April 2023, he was ready to use that against her.
So at what point do you stop being a mother burden and being a liability and being a charity case? When are you ever going to stop being that? When? You were like this before cancer even, so don't act like it was only cancer. At least with you, you can't just play that cancer card because you were lazy before this and had to do most things. Because work was too hard for you.
I ain't gonna lie, I think we just need to banish him from this earth. I ain't gonna lie. I think we just need to banish him from all his possibilities on this life, on the earth that we got. I think we just might need to put him 6 feet under. I ain't gonna lie. All people that act like this too. Just need to banish
the only
them.
American in
Quick.
This country that goes to work. And even though there's moms out there that have multiple kids and pets, and they come home and have to still be a mother, and they're doctors too, you need to snap out of being the way that you were bred to be, which is lazy and ill. And every time I show you the path and get on you for doing something stupid, you act like a and you walk away, and then you get all mad and you cry about it. Is that going to fix anything? Crying doesn't work on me anymore. I'm completely numb to it. Results work. I'm tired of you not having the results I'm looking for. I'm tired of every day that belly keeps growing even though your weight's dropping. You need to start doing something. It's either you live your life like a pathetic disabled person or you start getting done. You pick.
It's clear from Whitney's private writings that Josh's cruel taunts were not coming out of the blue. In a phone app, she keeps an extensive list of things he's done and said to her over the years. You won't be a good mother.
You were a slut, punched her on the chest. You always going to be chubby. You worse with blah, blah, blah. You worse with, it won't be good. This marriage won't last. Want a divorce. If you were a man, I'd kick your ass. I hate weak people. You have weak blood. I don't know. Threw a drink at me and ruined a painting. Can't imagine you at work. If you can't do anything right at home, you're lazy bag. I don't know. You don't do nothing expect. It's Scream, do everything. Don't doctor need attention to detail. Everything you do is obnoxious, annoying. You can't do anything right. Shut the and eat your chili. You're always yapping. You're two-faced.
Kick your and shut the and eat your chili are but a few examples.
Like, why are you trying to ruin my one Saturday night?
I don't know, bro. He got
Why
issues.
so
I don't know why he's like that.
You're
He
like
just
a
got
professional
issues.
sabotaging mother.
Ruin it. I just asked for a wet paper towel.
Cause drama.
I was not trying to cause drama.
You shut your mother mouth and don't even open that mouth. Do you hear me?
Yep.
Do not even say a thing. You are not entitled to say a word. When she's over here, and spend time and to have a good time, not to hear, oh, I need my blanket cleaned off. I need this. I need that. Shut the up. We'll do it later. It's not doing anything sitting there, is it? And you're the mother who opened the window and got cold. Did I tell you to open the window? What did I tell you before? Don't do something unless you're told to do it. You have a severe listening problem.
This judgment, it seems, was a common one from Josh.
He thinks he's such a good guy. And then he does this for my benefit. Because I don't listen to him. I have a listening problem and I'm retarded. And the only way he can get me to listen is to do this.
Made my life hell.
I didn't do anything to you, other than try to love you.
No,
Yeah.
I've been unhappy since the first day and I should have just walked away.
Yeah, you should have.
What?
You thought I was just a lazy fat slut who was broke and a
You
burden.
said she was a slut by
I
the
never
dumpster
said I
outside
was a
of your
slut.
apartment. You said,
No.
well, I am one.
I said by your definition.
No, you did not. You literally said that you were one.
No.
Well, it doesn't matter. The numbers prove that, right? So, it doesn't much matter.
I don't know why you stuck
Sleeping
with
with
me.
people you didn't even know.
If you think I'm such a horrible person.
Well, I was trying to fucking fix you.
You can't fix people.
Because you and I both learned that the
Just like
hard
I
way.
couldn't make you nicer, you couldn't make me what you thought was a better person.
Just because I'm not nice doesn't mean I'm not a good person.
I never said you weren't a good person. You do amazing things. That doesn't mean that you get to be mean to me.
Yeah, but this time around, when it comes back for you again, you can say to yourself, oh, I wish I'd had him around to save me again.
To this, Whitney responds by saying that his care includes making her want to end it all.
That's what a fight for your life is. If you would have gotten sent to the military, you would have been able to handle this a little bit better because you would have been a little bit stronger in your mind.
There it is. There you go. That's the one right there. Man, military, so he just know all be all. He just know everything. That's what it is.
For now, Josh remains in control
there
of
you
his
go.
temper,
I was waiting on
but that will soon change.
You can go ahead and recount
Say
in your
himself
little
up.
mind of every little thing that I've done to save your goddamn life multiple times through this process. And what do I get in return? The same at the end of the fucking rainbow. One day you're gonna wake up and realize, oh, why did he always think I was so ungrateful? And then it's comments like you just made tonight that I didn't do that much for you, and that you
I
made
never
it
said
through.
that. You're twisting
So
my
I'm going to
words.
cut your mother off tomorrow, and I'm gonna see you struggle and watch your fucking wound turn sideways and fucking take you out of this world. How does that sound?
Cool.
Oh, okay. So what you just said isn't cruel?
I
You're just
never.
a user.
You
I hope you know I'll send you an invoice
I don't
for
know how
all
to
of this
describe
care,
it, though.
and it's
Right.
going to be
I
in the
don't know.
hundreds of thousands of dollars.
We got issues,
and then
a
I
whole
will
lot.
send you
I
off on
didn't
your
say
way.
I wasn't
He needs-
grateful
he
for
might just
anything
need to
you've
death
done.
penalty, honestly.
For your, as
I
I
just need to
sit
do it.
in
Get it
prime
over with.
season and let people at my company
You
when
didn't
I'm
have
gone.
to come with me.
I didn't have to come with you. See, this is exactly what I didn't like of you.
He started hitting me with clothes. And I'm like, please stop, please stop, please stop. And he dragged me out of the bed when I had all this like wound in my Foley and everything. It could get ripped out. And he has me on the floor and he's like repeatedly hitting me with the laundry in his hand. And he's like, I should rip this bandage off you. And you go septic it and then you septic again and then you wouldn't survive it.
Even by the time the worst part of the recording is over, it's not any easier to listen to.
No.
Get your back in the bed. You've never saw evil.
You never saw either.
Get in there. You need to learn what you say before you say it. Try to tell me I didn't have to be there at Mayo to help you? If this cancer comes back, I'm letting you go. Do you understand that? Yes or no? Yes, it's true. I have not loved you for a while now, but I have cared about you, and I felt pity for you. But I don't know what to do because we got married and we're supposed to love each other, and you're very hard to love. And I feel like you're trying to derail my life and yours at the same time. And how is that
She
fair
got
to me
cancer,
when
guy,
I've
but
literally
what do I
kept
know?
you alive?
What do I
Huh?
know? I'm just saying, what do
And
I
then you
know?
say you didn't have to be there. If I ever hear that come out of your mouth again, I will make you swallow every pill of morphine that you have in that bottle, and you will be out of this world.
I mean, honestly, look at that. Just send this nigga to the shadow realm immediately, like right now. Who's against it? Nobody. Y'all only gotta answer that question. Y'all against it. Shadow realm, him, Josh. Gonna pack your ass up. See you
Within
later.
1 hour. Do you hear me?
Absolutely.
I am not playing around anymore. You will be brought out of this world if you piss me off like that one more time. And I will put you out of your misery.
The recording puts Josh's
I mean,
conversation
that's
with the officer
correct.
today in a new light.
Yeah, I'm just kind of weirded out when your husband is trying to take extra good care of your wife and then you're like being penalized for it. It's just kind of disheartening.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get
I
that.
don't really know what, I mean, I dedicated so much time and effort to her.
Right.
And now they're just trying to put her into a freaking home.
You better get your one-bedroom apartment figured out, because that's where you're headed.
Whitney says that at the end of that day's incident, something happened that was even more terrifying than the violence.
And he ended up taking the phone from me, and it was still recording. And I was so scared he was going to see it was recording, and like that was going to be like, that was it.
This is how people go down, hanging out with losers like you, because then you drive people to be
Well, I feel like he's
violent and
recording
mean,
her.
and then you try to get them in trouble, right? Yes or no? You're not around on this. You're not around on this.
Give me my phone!
No.
Give me my phone!
Lay down.
Give me my phone!
I said no.
You give me my phone.
I said no.
Yes.
Why?
Because.
For what reason?
I need it for my alarms.
No.
Yes.
You're not getting it.
Give me my phone.
I bought it.
No.
Lay
bought
down.
Give it back.
You got 5 seconds to lay down.
So luckily he doesn't know how to get my phone. He has a really bad memory.
Okay.
And so I just recorded it, and eventually like he came in and he's like, I'm gonna get this back to you, and so I was able to like shut it off and like get it to Sissy right away.
Whitney sends the recording off to her sister along with a desperate warning. You cannot tell anyone yet, especially mom and dad, she writes. This is extremely dangerous for me, and if he finds out I recorded him or told
I don't know
anyone
how
about his
he
abuse,
find
he will
out.
hurt me again.
Send it to your sister.
As
Delete it
Whitney
off the
would
phone.
find out over
You're
the
done.
next year, however,
That's it.
there was nothing to stop that from
You're
happening
done. That's all you
anyway.
need.
On Saturday he said I should just cut your jugular and end it.
That was
This past Saturday.
this Saturday. Okay.
With that
He is worried
introduction,
about it,
Whitney
man.
describes what happened only 6 days ago when she had an accident in the living room.
So I was trying to get up from the couch, and he was on a work call, and he couldn't like get to me quick enough. And I was trying to get there, and I had diarrhea kind of running down me. And he's like, "You're on my floor like a zoo animal," and like he kind of let me fall off my walker, and he dragged me through the poop into the bathroom, and got me on the toilet, and when he got me on the toilet, he started repeatedly hitting me on this left side of my face until my nose was bleeding.
Was he hitting you with the closed fist or open fist? Okay.
So you can see the fingerprints on her face, on her scalp there. Through the fingers.
Okay. And then he said,
And that was the left side of your face?
right there.
Okay.
And he's like, "Why are you bleeding?" And I said, "Because you hit the side of my nose." Did it break it? And I said, "No, but it's bleeding." And he goes, "Yeah, if I had used a fist, you'd definitely be dead. That's like 2% of what I could do." And then he said, "If I hit the right side of your head, you would for sure be dead because your tumor's over there."
Whitney says that the altercation on Saturday only intensified from there.
You're about to hear the worst thing I've ever heard.
Okay.
So he went out to clean out my poop with the Clorox wipes. He came back in and he shoved it in my mouth. He said, "I should make you swallow this like the dirty zoo animal you are."
I'm military.
Shoved the poop in her mouth and said I should make you. Okay, bro. What?
Cordial. I don't
What?
fly off the handle like an idiot or anything, and I'm a college educated. I'm not,
Right.
not a weirdo.
What?
And he shoved it so hard that it tore my tongue from like the base here. So I have a big wound. We have a picture of that too.
Okay.
If I get poop in there, I can go septic.
Okay.
Much better now.
You do better.
He keeps trying to call me.
I told him I was coming in and talk with you, so I don't know why. Oh, well, I do know why.
Yeah.
He's trying to be his sweet self.
It is this sweet side of Josh that Whitney would frequently spotlight, just as she did only a few days earlier when she texted her friend about the bathroom ordeal.
I mean, there ain't
He's
nothing
been by
sweet
my
about
side
that.
ever since, she writes. It kills him being away from me.
Right.
Does it seem like he has periods of time where he's, like, physically or emotionally abusive and then he's okay?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, he tries to reel me back in, and he tells me that he doesn't know why he does these things.
He's
He's
insane. I
so
said
scared
this.
of
He got
losing me, and he just
mental,
kinda loses it.
mental issues.
But at the same time, it
He's
wasn't
insane.
uncommon for Whitney to send text messages that were meant as much for Josh's eyes as for the recipient. She once sent a message to her sister that read, "So I only told Josh that I told you he was calling me obese and was sick of me not listening. He can't know you know anything else. The next text I'm going to send is just in case he wants proof I told you I was in the wrong."
He never does this in front of people.
I bet.
He has to save his pride.
Right,
He's
there it
extremely
is.
cordial, the doting husband. Like, I got her, I can take
There it
care
is.
of her.
That's the one.
As for the incident from this past Saturday, Whitney would not find out until later hospital scans that the damage was worse than she even knew, and she suffered a fractured vertebrae during that night's chaos. Whitney says that Josh helped her clean up that night, but the undiagnosed bacterial infection she was suffering from continued to worsen in the coming days.
I was deteriorating again.
Okay.
And I told him I need to go to the hospital. And he said, Ultra sucks. They're just going to make you sicker. I can take care of you here. He said, you just need to eat and drink your electrolytes here. We'll get through this. And I said, I feel like I'm dying.
You had, at that point, diarrhea, explosive diarrhea for 10 days.
Yeah.
And then what made you call the ambulance Wednesday?
Because I knew if I wouldn't survive the next day. Because my medical stuff was getting worse.
And you called the ambulance yourself?
I did.
Was he aware of that phone call?
Eventually he was. So I was sleeping out on the couch and he was in our guest room. And I was laying out there and I waited till he went to bed and everything. And I called 911. And he eventually came out of his bedroom after I was able to make it to the front door with my walker.
Mm-hmm.
And I was able to get out to them. And I said, I need help, I need help, I need help.
In subsequent text messages, Josh adopts a much different persona. "I can't believe I didn't hear you and wake up," he wrote. "This cancer should be in me and not you. I'll never let you down again."
Interesting.
He thinks that staff's upset with him
What's
because
that,
of an
bipolar?
incident that
I
happened
think he's
yesterday
bipolar.
with you falling in the room.
If that's the case.
And believes that okay. He did say that he was on the other side of the room and that maybe he should have been on the same side of the bed.
He forced me to, I have, this leg doesn't work from my tumors and this one was really swelling up and he forced me to do PT and stand and I said, I need to sit down, my leg's not working.
Okay.
I said, you stand for 20 more minutes, like, you need to be stronger. Like, what are you, an 80-year-old cripple?
Okay.
And I said, I need to sit down and, he came over, to like grab me to get me back on the bed and my leg gave out. And we had the walker, and I couldn't hold on because of it.
Mm-hmm.
And it slid up from underneath me, and he let me fall, and I landed on my butt. And then I was able to like catch myself to not hit my head.
Okay.
And there's an IV pole, and I have a big scratch on my back from where I scraped it.
I didn't tell her to stand up and fall down on purpose. We didn't know that she was going to
Every
fall.
time he gets caught, he just get crazy about it.
She normally can walk just fine. And she's been using her walker just fine. And to prove it, she had PT that day for an hour with the physical therapist a couple hours before I got there. And so she did PT just fine.
Okay. I was really exhausted after PT and everything, and then he made me do more. And so he had me walking on the side of the bed with my walker, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And he goes, okay, now you need to stand there for 30 minutes. Just show me you can stand.
Yeah, that's gonna do it.
I don't think I can. Like, my legs feel really weird.
Dang, you stupid? You retarded?
Do it.
Whitney never
might be
explicitly
dumb.
says which moment, the fall last night or the bathroom incident from Saturday, was her final straw, but her mom has a grim thought about Josh's death threats.
He's threatened on multiple occasions. Like, on Saturday, he said I should just stab you in the jugular and end it.
And there's a huge life insurance policy, which has the beneficiary involved, 1.3 million.
That he is the beneficiary of? Okay.
She got through work. And he kind of coerced you to get that in.
Yeah, and then he mentioned something about, like, You know how bad it would be if you changed the beneficiary from your husband or whatever? If I found out if it went to your parents?
There's definitely a lot of motives.
Okay. You can change that, right? You can change it at any time. Yes, I would do that.
Whitney and her parents say that they've already spoken with a lawyer about this and other financial considerations, but for today at least, Whitney has had enough.
Are you okay? I don't feel well.
I think we can.
Yeah.
Nurse and nurse buzzing with the nurse.
I'm really worn out.
After telling her emotional story in exhausting detail, Whitney is settled back into bed, and the officer calls Josh from the parking lot with an update.
Look at that. You see the
Sorry,
black guy on the left side.
I've been running around. We're so busy. I was trying to get you a call, but every time I picked up the phone, I was dispatched elsewhere. So.
Am I not allowed to take care of her tonight? Bring her oatmeal?
Yeah, no. Her parents are with her. Again, like I
Bring
said,
her oatmeal?
I'll come over and kind of explain a few more things to you. So.
I apologize for ruining. I mean, this is more stuff in your day you shouldn't have to deal with.
No
If
worries.
I did something wrong here, okay.
Josh agrees to have the officer visit his home to further discuss the situation, which he still believes is limited to a dispute with hospital staff.
You a lame ass nigga. We just get straight to that. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, so the staff there just doesn't want you back there. I think it has something to do probably with what happened yesterday.
It wasn't good, you guys. Like, should I have done something different?
I don't know.
So on Saturday, she had fallen again really bad and then went to the bathroom on herself. And we didn't know she had C. diff yet.
Okay.
And so I found her on the floor and she was out of it. And, you know, usually you shouldn't really go to the hospital unless you absolutely have to, but she ended up having a big accident on the couch when I was sleeping. I've been sleeping in this room. She had to call the ambulance.
So medical was called on Saturday?
No. Saturday she fell. Medical was called 2 nights ago, sorry.
Okay.
I might have messed that up. I haven't had much sleep.
That's okay. I just wanted to...
But yes, and so when we brought her in, Dr. Hanan came in that night at 8 o'clock, so 2 nights ago at 8. He's like, why do you have all these bruises? You have bruises on your knees, you have them on your arms, you have it on your face, on your head, on your back, everywhere. He was trying to blame me that I was neglecting her.
As they move into the living room, Josh insists that he has been Whitney's rock through trying times.
A little over a year and a half ago, she was diagnosed with Ewing sarcoma. So they found a spinal tumor, and ever since then, it's just been a whirlwind.
Yeah.
And I've been by her side the whole time, which will never change.
But Josh is about to learn that the police aren't just at his house to reinforce the trespassing order.
So yeah, obviously I talked with staff there, I talked with Whitney, and based on some of the conversation that Whitney and I had, and based on some of her injuries and things like that, I'm gonna place you under arrest for...
Oh, really?
Yep, for terrorizing and aggravated assault, okay? So I'm gonna ask that you put your hands behind your back.
Okay. I didn't know that, you guys.
All right.
I thought it
How
just
the hell would you know that?
All true. Wow, this really looks bad on me when all I do is take care of her. Makes me look like I actually did something wrong.
Unbeknownst to Josh, the officer has in her possession letters from Whitney's doctors, one of which says starkly, "There's no doubt in my mind that if she were to return to his care, she likely would not survive another abuse."
That, unfortunately.
I didn't terrorize anyone. I wasn't mean to anyone there.
So this is for Whitney herself. This is not for all true staff.
That seems like a weird charge.
So, that means that something was said or something that was done that made her in fear for her safety or her life.
Wow.
There was supposedly some comments during her incontinence episode on Saturday that were really concerning. What was concerning to me was a lot of her bruising. I do understand that she is very sick. She has low platelets, and therefore it does cause some bruising. But she does have a handprint.
Yes, that's from picking her up off the floor.
So you picked her up?
No, that was to get her to come to. We already told the doctors that. If you even poke her, it'll cause a bruise.
Okay.
And when she hit her...
A handprint. You didn't say poke. Full-fledged handprint,
that was on her walker. She already told people she fell down.
But this story, whatever its legitimacy, has already been preempted by Whitney.
I said that the walker slipped and I hit my face on the walker.
So that's was the public.
That covered it. So
for the eye. And that's what you told them initially when you came in.
They told us. Like staff and stuff, but when I was in the ambulance, he was abusing me.
So she told me that she said those things to other people, and that wasn't the truth. That
You messed up.
okay. So that's what I'm getting.
Why would she try to say this about her only caretaker and the person she's been with for 6 years? And I've been through this cancer fight with her.
Yeah. So based on talking with her, it seems like there may be some domestic violence issues going back to 2020.
No,
That
definitely.
she's
Oh,
kind of
2024.
Wow. Okay.
disclosed, right?
Yeah,
So
well, the problem is that I keep her alive and keep her going and find all the medical errors and everything else, and now she's saying stuff like this when I did nothing. Unreal.
Josh is calm on the ride to jail, unaware that this case is already beyond her word against his.
I already got the
The
evidence.
problem is domestic, like real domestic, is such an awful thing, and then being categorized in that is pretty ridiculous.
And then when we get divorced, you're going to be like every other woman and try to take half of my money.
No, I won't.
And then I'm going to cut your throat, is what's
Yeah,
going
I'm
to
saying.
happen, because no one
Right.
steals my...
I've always put her in
Bipolar
front of
to you,
myself.
Is there going to come a time where you're pleasant to be around, or is it just going to stay like this forever? Am I just going to be your caretaker until you die, and then we're just going to live a life of, oh, well, that was a waste of my life? Huh?
She has been safe. She has been well cared for. The weird thing, maybe you guys had asked around and found that out today, but I usually get praise, as does she, for how good of care I take of her.
You need to stop being...
Just keep talking to him talking all that much and really effing it up.
With her
That's what's
husband
doing it
under
wrong. Like, he
arrest and a
talks too much.
protection order in place, Whitney Temple seemed to be on a path to freedom. Unfortunately, she didn't have long to enjoy it. She died a month later on May 6, 2024. At a later court hearing, her father recalled the day his daughter accepted
2
her
months
fate.
later.
And then I heard my baby girl announce the next
Damn.
evening, "This is my last supper. I'm ready for hospice." And then soul-crushingly, Whitney unbelievably apologized to us for having to give up the fight for her life.
Josh, who was originally charged with endangering ineligible
2 months
adults,
later, bro.
terrorizing, one felony count of domestic
Rest in
violence
peace.
and one misdemeanor count of domestic violence, enters into a plea agreement that sees the domestic violence charges dismissed in exchange for guilty pleas to the first two. At his sentencing hearing, a year after Josh was arrested, his lawyer said that he should be given leniency, arguing that he had been, quote, proactive in his own rehabilitation and heavily involved in his church while out on bond.
Interesting.
It's for these reasons that I asked the court to consider a period of home confinement and supervised probation.
In a sentencing memorandum Josh filed prior to the hearing, his lawyer argued that his client's actions came out of burnout from being a caregiver.
Right.
Whitney's battle came to an unfortunate end a month after Josh was charged. This fact in itself makes Josh's conduct extremely unlikely to recur. Josh himself also spoke.
So they blaming her for why he acting like that. Alright. Man, they're weak. I'm sorry. You can't blame another person. Like, they have cancer, gang. You have cancer. Like, you can't blame nobody else but yourself.
My wife was my world, and she was the strongest person I have ever known.
shut
I'm
the
truly
fuck
focused
up.
on making the wrongs that I made right and asking for true forgiveness for mistakes that I've made. I'm truly sorry. Thank you for your time, Your Honor.
But while Josh and his lawyer argued that he was, quote, for the most part, a devoted husband who tirelessly cared for his terminally ill wife, the prosecutor argued that this was exactly what one would expect to see in this type of relationship.
Your Honor, I think everybody in the system, the court, attorneys, law enforcement, we're all very familiar with domestic violence, and it is a cycle. It's not something that happens 24/7. Had it been something going on every single day, every minute of that day, I truly believe that Whitney Temple would have left much sooner than she tried to. But that's not how domestic violence works. It's a roller coaster of ups and downs. There is love bombing. There is promises, assurances that the individual will change. They'll be better. They'll do better. But they don't.
The previous year, an autopsy found that Whitney's death was a result of Ewing sarcoma complications. However, the doctor also noted one contributing factor, a history of documented intimate partner violence. The judge not only took this into consideration, but also the fact that Whitney was not the first.
You have engaged in violence in the past. So in 2012,
Damn.
you
8 years
engaged in a
before.
domestic violence situation with a person with whom you'd had a child in
Interesting.
front of your child. These are concerning facts. You have a problem. You have
Oh,
a
yeah.
serious problem. You need to acknowledge it and you need to address it. She died from cancer, but there is no doubt that the physical and mental abuse that you perpetrated against her made her last days on earth even more unnecessarily painful.
The judge sentenced Joshua Temple to 5 years in prison for endangering an eligible adult and 5 years in prison for terrorizing an adult victim, with both sentences to be served concurrently, followed by 2 years of supervised probation.
So 10
Whitney
years.
Temple, who after her original diagnosis managed to complete her residency, pass a medical board exam, and continue to work as a physician throughout her illness,
Man, shout out to her,
was
man. Rest in
33
peace.
years old. If you'd like to see select new videos early and help us keep uncovering case files that rarely come to light, you'll find extra footage and unseen details on our Patreon. Channel memberships here on YouTube also include early access to select new videos.
Insane. Goddamn insane.